Hello, I'm Adam Newman. This is my official YouTube channel. Please subscribe and support the Young and the Restless spoilers. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is just one of those days where the soap world hits you right in the gut. We have a lot of heavy, heartbreaking stuff to unpack right now. If you've been keeping up with the Genoa City drama, you know things have been building to a boiling point. Grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's just dive straight into this massive Newman family tragedy because we really need to talk about it. And honestly, we all saw this coming, didn't we? But seeing it actually play out on screen is a whole different level of awful. For weeks now, we have been watching Nikki Newman suffer. Just suffer. She has been having these agonizing headaches. The kind of headaches that make you wince just watching her rub her temples. And Victoria has been on her case constantly. A few episodes ago, Victoria was practically begging her mother to call a doctor. But no, Nikki is stubborn. So incredibly stubborn. She just kept brushing it off. She kept blaming it on her MS. She kept saying it was just a flare-up, just stress, just another bump in the road. And Victor, oh, let's talk about Victor. He was practically gaslighting her about it until he finally realized how bad it was. But by then, it was too late. It was just too late. So then we get to the moment, the big, terrifying moment. And it is honestly hard to watch. You guys know I watch a lot of this show, and I can handle the corporate takeovers and the cheating scandals, but this medical stuff, it gets to me. It really does. Nikki is just standing there, and suddenly, you can see the exact second the pain hits a critical mass. It's not just a headache anymore. It's like her head is exploding. The pain is so vivid on her face. She grabs her head, and she looks so completely lost. And then the darkness hits. Just sudden, absolute darkness. She can't see. She literally cannot see anything. The panic that sets in is instant, and it's contagious. Nikki starts screaming. And I don't mean a polite soap opera gasp. I mean a raw, guttural scream of pure terror. She's reaching out, grabbing at the air. Her eyes are wide open, but they are completely blank. It's terrifying. The whole room just freezes for a split second before the absolute chaos erupts. Everyone is screaming. The Newmans are terrified. Victor is shouting orders because that's what Victor does when he's scared. He yells at people. But you can hear the absolute terror in his voice. He's watching the love of his life plunge into total darkness, and he can't buy her way out of it. They rush her to the hospital, obviously, and the hospital scenes are just a mess of anxiety. You have the stark, bright lights of the ER, lights that Nikki can't even see anymore. You have Victor pacing the floor, looking like a caged lion. You have Victoria looking like she's about to throw up. Because let's be real, Victoria knew. Victoria knew something was deeply, horribly wrong, and she couldn't force her mother to get into the MRI machine in time. The guilt she must be feeling right now has to be astronomical. Even though it's not her fault, it's really not. But you know Victoria, she takes everything on her own shoulders. And then the doctor comes out, and you know it's bad news when the doctor has that specific, grim soap opera doctor face. They don't even try to sugarcoat it. The diagnosis is a tumor. A tumor? Not MS. Not stress. A tumor that has grown and is now actively pressing right against her optic nerve. That's what caused the explosive pain. That's what caused the sudden blindness. The sheer weight of that word just drops like an anvil in the middle of the waiting room. The doctor gives the final verdict, and it's devastating. The tumor is compressing the nerve so severely that she has lost her sight. And the way they deliver it, it sounds so final, so permanent. Poor Nikki. Just poor Nikki. When she hears the news, she just breaks down. She wails. She cries out in pure despair. This is Nikki Newman, okay? She is the matriarch. She is elegance and grace and pearls and perfect hair. And right now, she's just a terrified woman sitting in a hospital bed, surrounded by a darkness she can't escape. She's crying. The family is crying. They're all crowding around her bed trying to comfort her. But what do you even say? There is no comfort for this. Victor is sitting right there by her side, holding her hand, and he looks completely broken. But also, knowing Victor, he looks furious. He is a man who controls the world. He controls Genoa City. He controls his kids. He controls the police force half the time. But he cannot control a mass of rogue cells inside his wife's head. He's entirely impotent here. And that is going to make him dangerous. Or maybe it will make him vulnerable? I don't know. Actually, I do know. It's Victor. He's going to yell at the doctors and demand they fix it. He's going to throw millions of dollars at experimental treatments. He's going to fly in surgeons from Switzerland or wherever. Because Victor Newman does not accept defeat. But let's zoom out for a second and talk about the writers. What are they doing to this poor woman? Seriously, what did Melody Thomas Scott do to deserve this endless cycle of trauma? First, she has the alcoholism. Then she gets MS. Then she gets kidnapped, held hostage, gaslit, and now she has a brain tumor and she's blind? It's trauma porn at this point. It really is. I mean, I get it. It's a soap opera. We need drama. But can we give Nikki a break? Just a small vacation? Maybe a nice cruise where the boat doesn't sink? And how does this fit into the bigger picture right now? Let's look at what Victor has been doing lately. He's been playing these twisted, petty games. He literally just moved Matt Clark, a man who severely traumatized Sharon, onto the Newman Ranch just so he could spy on Kane Ashby. He has been so obsessed with his corporate vendettas and his grudges. He completely ignored Sharon's mental health. He completely ignored his own wife's failing health, all so he could play chess with Kane. And now the universe has slapped him in the face. Will this tumor storyline finally force Victor to drop his ridiculous schemes? Will he kick Matt Clark off the ranch now that his wife is fighting for her life and her sight? God, I hope so. Because if Victor is still taking secret meetings with Matt while Nikki is blind in a hospital bed, I am going to lose my mind. I really will. The fans on social media are already exhausted by the Matt Clark stuff. This needs to be the wake-up call for the Newman family to rally together and stop the infighting. Think about Nick for a second. Nick has been completely unhinged lately. He's been hanging around Matt Clark, trying to cure the guy's amnesia just so he can have the satisfaction of punishing him. It's a messy, dark place for Nick to be in. But now his mother is blind. His mother has a brain tumor. Is this going to snap Nick out of his revenge fantasy? Is he going to realize that life is too short to be playing mind games with a psychopath when his mom needs him? He better. Because if Nick is still obsessed with Matt Clark after this, he is officially beyond saving. And what about Jack? We know Jack Abbott and Nikki have this deep, complicated history. They always care about each other. Right now, Jack is losing his mind because Diane is missing, and he's terrified Patty Williams did something to her. Jack is already at his breaking point. When he gets the call that Nikki, his former love, his lifelong friend, has suddenly gone blind from a brain tumor, that might just break him completely. It's too much trauma for one circle of friends. The ripple effects of Nikki's diagnosis are going to touch everyone in Genoa City. I'm honestly just sitting here, shaking my head at the screen. The writers really decided to throw everything at the wall this week. We have the sheer terror of the blindness, the medical jargon, the family crying around the bed. It's a masterclass in soap opera angst. But it's heavy. It's so heavy. You know, sometimes I wish we could just have an episode where everyone goes to the athletic club, eats a nice salad, and nobody gets a life-threatening illness or kidnapped. Just one episode. Is that too much to ask? Probably. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. We invest so much time into these characters. We've watched Nikki fight for her life so many times. To see her stripped of her sight, screaming in pure panic, it hurts. It really does. The way she was clinging to Victor, the way he was trying to hold her, but couldn't actually fix the one thing that was broken. It's tragic. We have to ask, what is the medical endgame here? Are we going to get a miracle cure? Because if they leave Nikki permanently blind, that is a massive, massive shift for the character. It changes how she interacts with the world, how she runs her business, everything. But this is Y and R. Miracles happen in GC. I'm betting on a highly controversial surgery. Maybe Nate Hastings will get involved? He's been dealing with the whole Malcolm and Holden drama, but he is a doctor. Well, a former doctor who still acts like one when the plot needs it. Who knows? All I know is the next few weeks are going to be a tearjerker. Stock up on tissues, you guys. We are going to need them. The Newman family is going to war against a tumor, and it's going to be messy, emotional, and probably full of Victor yelling at innocent nurses. What do you guys think? Are you as heartbroken as I am? Do you think Victor will actually change his priorities, or is he still going to be plotting against Kane from the hospital waiting room? Honestly, I wouldn't put it past him. But for now, all we can do is watch and hope that the Newman matriarch finds her way out of the dark. It's going to be a rough ride, you guys. A really rough ride. Let me know your thoughts down below, because I need to vent about this with people who get it.